Have you noticed how your electricity bills have been skyrocketing? Because we are paying for the system that makes the electricity, while India's billionaires just found a legal way to escape it. Right now, private companies take our coal, which is a natural resource which belongs to every single citizen of the country. They burn it and sell that power back to the grid, which is the government, for 8 to 10 rupees a unit. They make the profit, you pay the bill. But their new plan for nuclear energy is way smarter than this. The government is about to pass a new law allowing giants to invest in nuclear power. But since owning a nuke is technically illegal, they are using captive power, which is a loophole in the law. Here is how the heist works. The billionaires pay to build the reactor, which is fine. The government technically drives the control room, which means they have control over it. But 100% of that electricity goes straight to their private factories and they don't pay anything for it. And this is where you lose money. When they buy power from the grid, like you and me, like normal citizens, they pay about 9 rupees a unit. But a captive nuclear plant, their cost drops to just 3 to 4 rupees. That is a 50% pure profit cut for them. But it gets even worse for you. By leaving the grid, they stop paying the cross-subsidy surcharge. That is the tax on big industry that keeps electricity cheap for the rest of the people in the country, like the farmers, the poor people, and even us. When they leave, that revenue completely vanishes, so the government doesn't get that money at all. And guess whose bill goes up to fill that hole that is created? Of course, yours and mine. But there's more, the risk that is involved. If a private reactor melts down, the law caps the liability at just 1,500 crore rupees. But a real nuclear cleanup actually costs more than billions of dollars. That is not covered in that law. Since the government is technically the operator, the taxpayer, which is you and me, will have to pay the rest for cleaning up the mess that will be created by these big companies. They get cheap tax-free power, while you get higher bills and the risk of a meltdown, and also the risk of paying for that meltdown. So basically, we are going to privatize profits, socialize the risk. Is this development or another kind of heist, which is very smart? Let me know in the comments.